Howdy, this is Dave coming to you from my kitchen here on Fox Lake near Detroit Lakes, Minnesota. I've been posting videos and such on Facebook, and it's also going up onto a blog that I'm creating for what I'm calling my journey to health. Kind of started off one way 10 days ago. I was on a different diet plan, I guess, and that was it was wrong for me. I know it's worked for a lot of people, the HCG drops and a very low calorie diet, but it was making me unwell. And so I've switched to a different plan, like I said in other videos, where I'm combining several different, I guess, not theories, dietary, lifestyle type plans, and the major one is based on the teaching of Weston A. Price, the Weston A. Price Foundation. You can find it at westonaprice.org, or a gal that really teaches it well at the healthyhomeeconomist.com. And along those lines, I just wanted to bring you into my kitchen and some of the things that I've been doing. As the title to this video probably says, is homemade peanut butter. We're going to get to that in a minute. I just learned how to do it myself, so I figured I'd pass my learning on to folks who want to know. But right now, my timer just went off, and I've got a pan of soup bones, some good beef bones I got from a local butcher. I actually found some that are grass-fed here. Hang on, gotta grab my hot pad. And just in case, you want to know, you get some good, some call them marrow bones, soup bones, whatever, and roast them off good, brown them. And this is something I've actually done for years. I haven't done a lot of beef in recent years, but I love making soups. And so what I'll do is I roast them off, brown them off, and then I'll put them in a pot like I got going here. Actually, this is that's some turkey, or not turkey, but chicken stock I got going. And that's what I actually pulled out of it there. There's a couple of good free-range organic chickens there that are actually from the Hutterite colonies. And so I throw those in, some vegetables, cover them with water, let them go overnight, actually. Same thing I'm going to do with the beef bones here. But what I'll do with the chicken is I'll take the meat off. I actually let it go a little longer than I wanted to. The meat got a little dry, but I'm going to pull the meat, and then I'm going to throw the bones back in the stock and let that stock go for at least another 24 hours. The beef will go for probably about 48 hours roughly. And this is actually a ham bone from Christmas that I have reduced. It's actually more like a demi-glace, and in culinary terms, that's basically an extremely reduced stock. And I use that to, and it's the same theory, brown the bone, and you can brown the vegetables if you want a brown stock, and then throw it in, covered with water, let it simmer for, a couple days, at least 12 hours. If not more. And so anyway, we'll get back to the business at hand here. And then actually right at the end of the stock, I'll throw some parsley in at the end. Gives it some extra minerals in that. And one thing I actually learned from a video off of the Healthy Home Economist here just last week was throwing a little vinegar, about a quarter cup of vinegar into your pot, into your stock pot. It helps draw out the flavors out of the bones, and I never knew that before. And I was trained under some classical chefs, but you know, maybe I missed that, I'm not sure. Anyway, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take, it's best if you have raw peanuts, you know, because I'm trying to go as natural as possible here. And with that, you know, the best I could find right now is roasted, no salt peanuts, so that's what we're going to use. And I've already made a bit of it here as a test run. And I'm going to make it in my Nutri-Bullet. Basically, it's a larger, heavier, dutier version of the. Here, let me kind of hopefully prop this under my chin. I need a cameraman. My daughter will be here this weekend. She'll help. I'm going to put about halfway on this particular small unit here. The small. Hopefully you can see that. I filled that up, and we're going to screw the lid on tight. And you want to use this lid, or not this lid, this blade. There is a milling blade that's for like coffee and spices and such. This blade works a lot better. And so I'll put this on here. Hang on. I'm gonna pardon me. I'm not much of a videographer, folks. But so we're gonna throw those in there. And now I would suggest to you that you have a food processor, a good one, or something like this, a Nutri-Bullet, a regular, you know, Oster blender, you know, probably isn't going to hack the program. The Nutri-Bullet is made, it's real sturdy, and got heavy-duty blades, and even at that I was, you know, wondering if it would work, but it actually does. So we're gonna throw it in here, and it's got 3 little ears that lock in. You can see there, and there's a bigger one that there we go, that fits in one place. So we're gonna pulse it, and I'm gonna pause it for just a second here. Okay, I'm back here. I'm gonna give it another pulse. Let's see. Let it go. Spits and flushes. All right, and it's kind of creamy there. And what I'll do is kind of, my belly's handy for something here. Anyway, and we'll open up the jar. I'm gonna put this down for a minute. And we'll see, it kind of cakes up underneath. You can dig that out. And what we'll do is add a touch of oil to it. You know, canola and such like that. Vegetable oils are really not good for you, folks. Stick with something like olive oil. Peanut oil, if you got it. You could use sesame. Coconut oil is another oil that's good for you. And probably going to put like a tablespoon or so in there. My first batch got a little bit creamier than I wanted. And then what I'm also going to do is take some, because I like it a little sweet, take some Truvia, and we're going to throw probably, I don't know, oops, sorry, probably a little over a teaspoon, I suppose, in there. Sweeten it up just a bit. Another thing you could probably put in is honey. And something else that I found that's probably a little different for folks. It is called Nutritional yeast, and it is an amazing flavor enhancer. And almost it's kind of salty. It's almost kind of Parmesan cheesy like, which would sound strange in peanut butter, but I put some in that, and it really tasted good. So I put, probably a teaspoon in there, and we're gonna put the lid back on here and tighten her down. Alrighty, I'm gonna give her another round here. And what we're going to do, I'm going to add it to the rest of it, and I'm probably going to take another handful, because I like chunky peanut butter, and what I'm going to do is just give it a couple of hits, just enough to chop it up. Then I'm going to throw that in, mix it in with the peanut butter, and it is a touch thicker than what I've got going over there, but that'll be fine. Then it'll thicken up a little bit. Now, I found natural peanut butter in the kind of organic section of the grocery store, but when you look at the ingredients, it says no stir. Well, if it doesn't need a stir, folks, they've got something. They've got some homogenization, pasteurization going, and that's the only thing that's going to keep it from separating. You're going to have the natural peanut oils, you're going to have a little oil from what you put in, and it's going to want to separate. All you got to do is take a spoon, stir it up. Actually, my old man had me on the good peanut butter back when I was a kid, and it was gross at first as a kid, but you know, once you start eating it, you get used to it. The other stuff tastes too sweet. Then I moved back with Mom, and that's all she bought was, Jif or Skippy, and so I got back in that bad habit. Let me see here what places, hopefully you can see me. And so I'm going to take and stir it up. And also another thing I was reading, some people do to make a chocolate peanut butter, take cocoa or cacao nibs, the real cocoa, and throw it in there, and you got like a chocolate peanut butter, kind of like a Nutella. I'm sure you could make Nutella with filberts yourself, the same way. Any nut. Cashews are probably going to not need very much oil, if any, because they're very oily. It's that's excellent. Show you another thing back in a second. Oh, I seem to have hidden it from myself. Got some celery around here somewhere, but a great snack. Celery is a really great, has a lot of nutrients in it. Doesn't have a lot of calories, of course. But another thing is I keep some sliced apples around, and a nice green apple with some a little bit of peanut butter on it. Simple, but delicious as a snack, and it's real food. And that's what I'm getting back to here. I'm trying to show people that you can do it. I've got all these stocks going, and granted, I'm not working right now, but it really doesn't take that much time, what I've shown you so far. And oh, another thing, earlier I wanted to show you was one of my favorites from when I was like in Head Start was taking peanut butter and a celery stick, and then you put raisins on it. Ants on a log. Kids will dig it. Kids will dig making their own peanut butter, and especially if you got young kids, folks. get them started on stuff like this, they'll never know what the other crap is, and they'll love helping you out with it. I honestly wish I would have taken more time with my kids in the kitchen. I mean, they were with me some, and they picked up some from me, but I was always that guy that's like, you know, get out of my way, and hopefully I'll have grandkids at some point, so I'll be able to spoil them. But anyway, that's just my cooking lesson, if you will, for the day. Gave you a little bit of everything I got going here. But with that, I will close out this video and hope you enjoyed it. If you have any other ideas or ways you make peanut butter or soup stocks, let me know. Put your comments down below, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Oh, and subscribe to my channel if you would. Appreciate it.